Hello, this is Maros here. Today we are going to be building a simple, lag-free Ghast Farm. To do this, you will need 5 stacks of netherrack, a lot of iron, a lot of gold, a lot of redstone, 2.5 stacks of wither roses, a whole ton of glass, a lot of logs, and some glowstone or any other non-spawnable lighting block. Now you'll need to get to the roof of the nether to build your farm, of course. Make sure that you are in the Soul Sand Valley. Once you do that, you could start placing down glass in a 6x7 pattern. Place a chest down to connect to hoppers. In this one, I accidentally used a trapped chest. It doesn't matter if you use a normal or a trapped chest. You could even use a barrel. Then you place 6 redstone blocks going across, and 7 more panes of glass extending this way. You will want to place powered rail along the glass. And some normal rail around the turns where you touch the hoppers. Now that you are done with this loop of minecart tracks, you can put a hopper minecart on it. This will funnel dropped items from the block above onto the track, into the hopper, and therefore into the other hoppers and the trapped chest. Make sure to place glowstone like this, or else some other mobs might be able to spawn in the Ghast Farm other than ghasts. You will need to place a 4 tall wall of glass, or else ghasts won't be able to spawn. Ghasts can only spawn in a space that is 5 blocks long, 5 blocks wide, and 4 blocks tall. To have a successful Ghast Farm, you must meet all these conditions. Then you can start placing netherrack between the 2 rows of glowstone. This glass wall will be important so that ghasts do not escape the farm. This is an updated version of a farm I saw online earlier. The original one used wither roses on every block, but since 1.16.4 and maybe some other 1.16 versions, changed it so that mobs can no longer spawn on a Wither Rose. You need to put them in an alternating pattern. Then the next step is to make more modules. This one will be 4 blocks long, and they will alternate in length. Then once you're finished with it, you can send another minecart down the tracks. Now I completed 3 more modules. They alternate between lengths of 6 and 4. Now that this is done, you can continue building the spawning platform. This gas farm is very useful, especially in servers, because servers often have a lag and crashing problem whenever there are many moving parts. Most gas farms require a lot of moving parts and entities, pistons, sticky pistons, other things. This is one of few farms that is relatively low tech. Once completed, the spawning platform should look like this. Now it's time to expand that glass wall. There will also eventually need to be a sort of glass cage on top of the wall so that the ghasts can't escape by flying up. I use this gas farm design pretty often in servers. I even created one in the Basalt Delta so that I could have a magma cube farm. Quite frankly, that thing produces a lot of magma. However, if you want it to be a successful gas farm, it needs to be built in the Soul Sand Valley. The nice thing about ghast farms is they have 2 useful drops. Ghasts drop both gunpowder and ghast tears, which are both highly useful, especially in the late game. Getting the Wither Roses will be the hardest part of assembling this farm. It's often hard to create ghast killing chambers because of all the different things ghasts are immune to. In survival mode, this farm often takes 1 to 2 hours to assemble. Of course, that is much faster here because this is creative mode. And because I do not have to craft all the powered rails, hoppers, and hopper minecarts. There are other ways to create the cage on top, but I chose this way because I thought it looked the best. Now that it's done, it's time to AFK to see if this thing actually works. So from a high-up AFK platform, you can see that it looks pretty nice from above. Also, it does indeed work. It will spawn ghasts. Also, since the farm has hopper minecarts, if you break any blocks, often they will be funneled through the hoppers into that chest. And at this point in the video, I just realized that I had used a trapped chest instead of a normal chest. So here I am, after an entire hour of AFKing, exactly an hour, just to get the rates. So I'm waiting for my timer to go off at this point. Of course, the rates will be different in a server if other people are online, and the mob cap might be taken up. But look, 29 gas tiers and 52 gunpowder per hour is actually some pretty good rates. That's one gas tier every other minute. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned how to make a nice, lag-friendly ghast farm. I hope you liked the video as well. Please let me know